I can take you around. This is Marc Dubrick.
Hi, Marc. Can you get to the front of this race this year?
Hope so. There's some good allies in the field. All the same guys from Oceanside, minus Jelly Bean. So I think we'll have a good group up in front pushing. Hopefully Sam doesn't catch us until, well, hopefully never catches us, but that's probably unlikely to, that's dreaming.
Oh, going down, sucker!
He needs the head start. Jackson gets in tonight, so we'll have the three Musketeers, three Stooges, whatever you want to call us, back together.
Is Jackson a threat?
Is Jackson a threat? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Who?
No, Jackson's definitely a favorite here, and I think it's going to be a really good race with, well, hopefully I'm there, just like how I usually race. It's all about the bike for me. I just gained a lot more fitness and strength on the bike, much needed, of course.
What's your least favorite question to be asked before a race?
Are you gonna win?
Are you gonna win?
Yeah.
Marc, are you gonna win this race?
I'd like to.
You know what question that really gets under
gonna win?
my skin is?
You gonna try hard?
They asked me last week out at the pool, all the people who are there, and they're like, "You ready for the race?" I'm like, "It's about 10 days out.
Yeah.
I'll be ready the morning of the race, and that's when I want to."
I'm the same.
Pretty much, I have a really good chance of being in the mix somewhere. I'll probably be in the race at some point. I'll be climbing up hills, going down hills. I'll be running also, so I will be doing all those things. And sometimes I'll be near the front for a little bit. Sometimes longer, sometimes shorter.
In all seriousness, how's your fitness right now?
My fitness is great. My mindset is even different from the past few years. I think I've channeled a lot of the stuff I used to bring into this, I guess, dynamic of race week. So I'm tired of not having like my day at St. George, and if I can just exhaust myself, I will be so stoked to be able to just put it out there, wherever that ends up position-wise. But a top 10 for me against all these guys, even if I could see Marc for a second, that'd be amazing. I love it. That's how I feel. Who's coffee? Americano?
With the amount of history in St. George, what would winning this race mean to you?
It'd be huge. Like I was saying, it's kind of like a second home for me. It's the North American champs, and it's just a course that lends to someone who has no weakness. So when you win here, you're a full triathlete, and that's been my goal from day one when I started in triathlon, is be someone who can win on any course. And here, yeah, with the hills, with the hard run, you have to be a well-rounded triathlete, and it would be awesome, and I'm going to give it everything I have, because I do think I have a fighting chance every time I step on the start line.
Hey guys, hi.
Hello.
Hello.
St. George.
We're
Welcome.
back.
Morning.
It's good to be back. Feels like second home, actually.
Yeah. This is like one of our many, I'd say we have like 4 homes that all feel like home. I think you kind of picked that up after 10 years of doing this, but Jeanni and I are reminiscing that when was the first time we were here? 2015?
Yeah. That's a long time ago. Oh no, I'm getting old.
Overnight we became the old guys.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Yeah. But we've had good memories here. I like this course. I love hilly courses, so it's always good to come back to a course that you are familiar with and like. So here we are.
You've been in Tucson
Yes.
for the past 4 months. How has that training been?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great decision to kind of leave Colorado this winter. We kind of looked at each other and we were like, we need something different. I said to Justin, I don't mind where I go. I just want to be warm. And so, yeah, Arizona's treated us really well, and we've loved it out there. We spent some time in Scottsdale and then Oro Valley. And yeah, it's been great. We've linked up with other pros and been in the sunshine. Millie loved it. We were able to just be outside as much as possible, and I think that really set us up for a good season.
St. George is still a very early race in the season,
Yeah.
but a lot of athletes have been racking up the points
Sure.
with the new Pro Series for IRONMAN. Have you guys had any FOMO not racing, or has this been the plan, coming in St. George as the first race of the year?
Yeah, I think on the one hand, you like have a bit of FOMO and you're like, oh, I wish I was at that race, or like I kind of get anxious to get started, but this has been the plan all along, and so I've tried to stay patient and just, I think for me, I had to really put in the work. I know that's necessary, and try to be a bit more patient, as I know this year is going to be a longer year with Worlds only in December. So I would just try to stick to the plan, and yeah, it's been good though. I feel like I've put in the work that I feel that is required. So yeah.
What are your thoughts on the new Pro Series?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Like, I'm really stoked on it. It wasn't really originally in my overall plan, but to be fair, I haven't really had a plan until now. So I raced Ironman New Zealand in March, and I came 10th, which wasn't really what I was hoping for, and so that allowed me to kind of take a step back. I've been just battling injuries for like the last 2 years, which has been kind of a pain, but after New Zealand, I think I was able to make some pretty good progress on that stuff, and so I've had pretty much the best like 4 weeks of training I've had in a really long time. I'm looking forward to potentially throwing my hat in the ring for getting some points this weekend and hopefully stepping it up to some Ironmans here soon. I wonder what's going to happen with the series. Like, is there going to be anyone, male or female, who can just knock out like 5 banging 70.3s and put themselves up there?
With 70.3s
Yeah, just
only?
5 70.3s
that would be
only.
interesting.
Like, don't even touch an Ironman. Like, just go for it and if you can knock out like 5 of them.
This one right here.
I just want to have a good time, push myself, and not have my body totally crap out on me. And I'm putting my training to the test. A new approach, different approach. Yeah, I just want to put myself in it and put myself amongst it. Deep down, like, I really do want to put myself with a shot at the Pro Series. Yeah, this is going to put all of my previous injuries to the test, and I'm feeling strong. And yeah, just trying to keep the vibes good and keep it mellow. Have a good time.
You're flying.
But yeah, downhill.
You're going so fast.
Oh man, I'm going after that world record.
Yeah, you gotta get that mile world record for this stroller.
Yeah, do you see your papa?
How's he doing? Yeah, Coco. Very interesting. What's going on?
What makes you spicy?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, the thought of racing always makes me spicy, you know? It's just a matter of if I tone it down or not.
Are you Tabasco or Cholula?
Neither. No, I don't like spice much.
Slaughtered everyone here last year. You coming back to do the same thing this year?
Yeah, definitely. I think this year, the coming in couldn't really be more different, right? Like last year, I was coming off 2 very bad races. I really had something to prove. I had never won here before. St. George had been like, I'd come and never won. And so I was kind of like, my nose was against the grindstone, right? Like I was backed up against the wall feeling like, okay, I really had something to prove, and that the moment was now, and if I didn't do it, then it was like a big failure. And now I'm coming off of a lot of big success. And I don't know if that's good or bad for performance. I think it's just kind of depends how I look at it. This year I'm certainly like more happy racing this year. I'm now a dad. Last year it was also like, oh, I've got a kid coming. So it was like, yeah, I just had all this pressure against me, and I managed to get a good performance. But now I'm more just here, like, I love being in St. George. I love racing, and I want to get the best out of myself, and I'm super confident in my abilities. And yeah, so just really looking forward to going out and having a good race. I never underestimate anyone, so there's some stiff competition, but yeah, I like my odds.
Last year, like you said, you were cramming, right? You were trying to get all your racing in early season, thinking about Leo coming into the world. You seem like a newfound, like, mellow dad vibe going on.
Yeah, this year, I mean, I've raced even more this year, but this year I'm just like, what races excite me, and what excites me is where I'm going. And so, you know, so far on the Ironman circuit, Oceanside was a must race and St. George was a must race, and it was like I'm getting to those races and doing what I can, and it's great. This is, you know, the second race with the family, and we've found kind of a mini cottage, and it's a new process for sure. I mean, we drove yesterday, and it was his 9-month birthday, so we celebrated with, you know, almost 9 hours in the car, and he did fantastic. So it's like, yeah, the race these races are also about like progressing with the family and learning how to travel and all that. And then the next race we'll fly to for the first time. And so it's learning how to fit in the family as well as race at the highest ability.
How cool is it being a dad?
Oh, it's awesome. It's the best thing ever. I mean, you wake up and, you know, your son looks at you with a look in your eyes, and it's like, that's the equivalent of winning the race every time he looks at you.
Who are you most excited to race against this weekend?
You know, I'm really always very excited to race against Jackson. I think he always brings consistency. He always brings his A game. He's always really strong here, and I know he's fired up. I'm also, if I'm honest, I am excited to race Marc Dubrick. You know, that finish at Indian Wells still sits in my mind, and so that is like, I still have vengeance to prove from that finish. Even though it was a long time ago and several races ago, it fires me up. So I'm really excited for both of those guys for sure.
Oh, he's catching you this time again. Here he comes.
Oh, the Sam log on the Sam log.
Exactly.
Let's go, baby. Yo, yo, yo.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to racing. It's kind of like a hometown race for me, so yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out there. The weather's beautiful, perfect conditions, so should be a good day. I mean, the plan at this stage is to stay here for a little longer and then head to Boulder, and then we're going to actually try a new home this year and head to Girona for part of the European summer. It's been a little bit of a mixed bag racing here actually. Some disappointing races, some really good races. So I've actually raced probably 6 times in St. George, so it does hold some good memories, but yeah, this is our 3rd summer training here, actually using it as a base, so I do know the course very, very well, so I'm hoping that'll play into my favor on Saturday.
Who are you most excited to race against?
Paula. I mean, she's the clear favorite according to everybody else, so everyone loves an underdog, and I love being the underdog, so yeah, I mean, I've got to try and stick it to Paula on Saturday. It's still very early in the season, but this is my first of the Pro Series races, so to have a win here and chalk up some good points on the board would be great to start the season and start the Pro Series for me. I mean, the Pro Series is a big target for me this year, especially World Champs at the end of the year in New Zealand. I mean, it's not technically a hometown race, but New Zealand's not far from Australia, so it's about as close as we get. So I'm really looking forward to that, and that's a huge target. So obviously the Pro Series would be huge if I could come top 3 overall in that series. Yeah, and this weekend would set up the year really nicely.
What's it going to take us to convince you to do a full Ironman?
Not yet. Maybe sometime in the future. I mean, it is getting more tempting now that it has double points for the series, but no, I still like the shorter stuff. I still like the tactics and the racing conditions that are about the half, so I'm going to stick to that for now.